welcome everyone to our first webinar of 2026. This is done with our supporting brand partner, Chris Wysocki of, if I'm saying that correctly, Chris, of
Yeah, that's fine. Wysocki. That's how you
Wysocki.
pronounce it.
Yes.
Yeah.
From Freedom Flow Marketing. And a little background, Chris and I connected last year and was intrigued because some folks that I respect and know in the industry have been using Chris for lead generation. And so it comes from some good references. And uh, many are interested, of course, in getting leads out there. That's a big thing, right? Getting leads. And HTA is about closing leads, but not about getting end user leads. That's not our wheelhouse. That's not our specialty. That's what Chris's specialty is. And we've probably all known about Google AdWords or maybe even played with them in the past. I certainly did when I was an integrator at DSI, and we spent a ton of money, didn't get much out of that. But this is not that. So this is not Google AdWords. And there's a nice tie-in as well because the one type of leads that we preach about quite a bit here at HTA is going out and building trade partner relationships, architects, designers, and builders, right? We keep beating that drum all the time. And that also fits into this conversation with Chris because not only can Freedom Flow marketing target end user clients, but also architects, designers, and builders. So as he gets into that, he'll talk about that. So and that's the form of leads that we're big proponents of because those type of leads keep sending you their own leads. They're like an ATM machine once they know you and love you and trust your work. So I wanted to welcome everybody. Wanted to let you know how I know Chris and Freedom Flow Marketing, and I'm going to hand the virtual floor to Chris and we can all learn from him right now. So Chris, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you,
So
Josh. So
yeah, and
yeah, you hear me well?
I hear you well. And one thing I forgot to say to everybody, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat or Q&A, and we'll be sure to get to that too. So I forgot to mention that. Sorry. Now I'll shut up.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Josh, for introduction, and really happy to have this stage with HTA community here. And yeah, at the end of this presentation, I will have some Q&A section because I don't see chat right now. I don't see much. So I'm going to present what I prepared for you, and then we can do some short Q&A. So first of all, good morning or good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you're joining from. I'm Chris Wysocki, and I want to start with a question that keeps most business owners in this room up at night. The question is, if your phone stopped ringing with referrals tomorrow, how long will your business survive? Today, we are going to look under the hood of the world's most successful integration firms to see how they keep pipelines full month after month without ever begging for a referral. So my goal for the next 30, 45 minutes is to show you a shift from what I call hope-based marketing, where you just hope the next project is big enough to a predictable system. So we are going to cover three pillars. First one is authority, positioning, and lead machine. By the time we are done, you will have the exact blueprint to stop being the best kept secret in your market. So let's be honest. We all love referrals. I do love them. You guys love them. They have the highest trust and the highest closing rate. But as a business strategy, relying only on referrals is dangerous. It's a roller coaster. One month you are overwhelmed. The other month you are checking your bank account every day. And in a slow market, like the one many are fearing in 2026, the referral roller coaster only goes one way. It goes only down. and you cannot turn up word of mouth when you need a 100K project. So you need a faucet you can control. And this is what we are going to talk about today. So yeah, that's me. I've spent over 7 years deep in the trenches of the custom integration industry. I didn't start in marketing. I started in management and operations. I served as managing director for Loxon. Some of you probably know the brand. So I was managing Loxon in Poland and later led Loxon USA. But here is the number I'm most proud of. Over $2 million. That is the amount of my own and my clients' money we have personally managed and spent on meta ads specifically for smart home and AV integrators. So I've made the mistakes, my team made the mistakes, we found the winners, and we've spent millions, so you don't have to guess what works. This chart isn't just a line going up, actually it is, but it's a story of a system. When we started Loxon Poland, we were a nobody in a crowded market, and in 4 years we scaled from 0 to 5 million annual operation dollars. And if you see the jumps, 171% growth, then 73%, we didn't do this just by having a good product. We did this by building a marketing engine that fed our sales team every single day. So I'm going to show you today that this same growth trajectory is possible for your integration firm if you stop treating marketing as an expense and start seeing it as your most important piece of hardware. This photo is one of my favorite memories, but the real value is in the data behind it. During my time in the industry, I've managed, consulted, or worked with over 1,200 integration companies in Europe and US. And I've seen what makes a 500K company get stuck for a decade. And I've seen what makes a 1 million company skyrocket to 5 million. I've identified the patterns. And today I'm sharing the cream of the crop, the strategies that worked across that massive sample size. When I moved to US to lead Loxon here, I saw a recurring tragedy. I met brilliant tech experts, masters of automation, who were what I call marketing ghosts. They had the skills of a Ferrari, but the visibility of a bicycle. They were doing world-class work, but the local millionaires, billionaires building a 20,000 square feet home didn't even know they existed. So I found Freedom Flow Marketing specifically to fix this gap, to make sure the best tech experts in the world actually get the biggest projects. Today, Freedom Flow is a team of over 20 experts. We've held over 100 AV and smart home integrators across the US and beyond. And we manage monthly budgets right now of over 150K USD on meta ads alone for this specific niche. So we don't do marketing for dentists or plumbers. We only do integrators. We know your industry, we know the HTA standards, and we know exactly what makes a client click, book a call. So let's go to the strategy. Let's go to the strategy and let's talk about how to build this engine. And the strategy number one is killing the marketing ghost by building digital authority. So this is the foundation. If this is broken, everything else like ads, SEO, referrals, Google is just waste of money. Let me ask you this. You wouldn't install a 50K theater system on a routing wall, right? Digital authority is the wall your entire business stands on. And here is the statistic that should change the way you look at your business. 80% of high net worth individuals, the people building 100K plus projects, research your brand online before they ever pick up the phone. So even if their best friend referred you, they are going to Google you. And at that moment, you aren't there to shake their hand or show them your portfolio. Your digital presence is doing the selling for you, or it's killing the deal. So what I would like to you to ask yourself is, if that client Googles you right now, what do they see? You know, it's a good exercise. Just Google your brand, Google your company name, and put yourself in the shoes of this ultra high net individual, and what do they see? Do they see a leader in luxury automation, or do they see a ghost? If they find a website that doesn't load, social media that hasn't been updated since 2022, or no clear brand identity, the conversation is over before it starts. In the luxury market, if you don't look expensive, you aren't even an option. Look at this. Look at this. On the left, we have Apple's website from 1996. It was fine for its time. On the right, we have the technology of today. And the thing that I want to show you is that many of you are selling state-of-the-art 2026 automation technology systems that feel like science fiction, but you are presenting them on a website that looks like it belongs to looks like it belongs to 1996. And it's a paradox. You're asking a client to trust you with a six-figure tech project when your own tech presence is outdated. Your digital authority must match the price tag of your projects. So I want to be real with you, and I want you to be real with me. So if you look at your current website and your digital presence, like, you know, Facebook, Instagram, website, if you look at your Google business profile, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that it reflects the quality of 100K plus projects? Drop your number in the chat. I don't know where is the chat, by the way, but yeah, I think I see. Does it work for you? Maybe not yet.
The chat should be working.
Yeah, but
as I know.
Seven. Johan
Okay,
said 7. Okay, 7 is solid, right? Better than 6. Okay. I appreciate your honesty. That's exactly why strategy number 2 is going to be a game changer for you. 5, but in the process of working on our new website. That's cool. Website is very important, guys. And if you put yourself in the shoes of, you know, this high net worth individuals, what you would like to see? You would like to see top tier projects. You would like to see references. You would like to see other customers that are happy. So when you are doing this audit for yourself, you know, put yourself in shoes of your clients and ask yourself if you would choose this company for your project. But this is what is very important. Let's move to the strategy number 2. This is where we separate the technicians from the business owners. Because you can have the best digital authority in the world, but if your message is wrong, you will still attract the wrong clients. So positioning is about one thing. It's about perceived value. It's the difference between being seen as a vendor they can bargain with and an expert they have to listen to. And this slide is the ultimate mirror of your business. Look at the left side, TV hanging. It's crossed out for a reason. If your marketing, your website, or your Google ads talk about hanging TVs, you will attract people who want to bargain over $200 installation fee. You are attracting commodity clients. When you look at the right, the luxury estate, this client doesn't want a TV hung. They want a private cinema experience. They don't want a doorbell. They want holistic estate security. What you talk about is exactly what you get. So if you want the right side of the slide, we have to kill the language on the left side today. And this is what me and my team, we usually see with integrators that want to, do premium projects, but they are still talking about TV hanging everywhere. And how do we show the difference? This is a very important question. It happens on these three platforms, right? Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, mainly. This is where your brand breathes in 2026. And most integrators think social media is for kids, but for 100+ K clients, social media is your visual resume. It's where they go to see if you get it. And the question is, are you selling a commodity service or are you selling an experience? I'm going to show you two videos now that perfectly illustrate the mistake that 90% of the industry is making. This 90% is just from the top of my head, but I think most of the integrators are doing this mistake. So if you recognize yourself in this first video, be careful. So this is what most integrators post. And let's be real about this video. We all know what this is. We call this panel porn, or rack porn. And I will be the first to admit, at Loxon, we noticed that these posts always got the most likes, the most comments, and the most shares. But here is the kicker. Who was liking them? It was other integrators. It was the guys from the competition, or even worse, it was the DIYers who want to spend 3 hours on the phone with you asking which control panel or rack you use, only to go buy it on Amazon themselves. So if your goal is to hire a new technician, this video is perfect. They will see your work and say, man, I want to work for a guy who wires like that. But if your goal is to find a client building a 5 mil home, this video is like a world-class chef posting a 10-minute video of himself peeling potatoes. Other cooks will love his technique, but the person who wants a $500 dinner just wants to see the perfectly cooked steak on a beautiful table. So I'm not saying you should never post your craftsmanship. It shows you are the real deal, but don't let it be the face of your brand. Use it in your stories or as a behind the scenes, show your quality. But remember, what attracts an integrator often scares away a high-end client. To them, this looks like a complicated mess that might break. Now, let's look at this. This is what attracts 100K plus client. No wires, no dust, just the outcome. The lights dimming perfectly as the sun sets, the hidden speakers providing the perfect soundtrack to a dinner party, the feeling of magic. This client isn't buying your labor. They are buying the result. So they want to know how it feels to live in that house, how it feels to live with this technology, not how many hours you spend in the rack room. So you need to stop selling how and start selling the wow. This is the core philosophy of high ticket positioning. Read these words carefully. They don't buy Lutron. They buy the perfect evening mood lighting. They don't buy Crestron or Control 4. They buy peace of mind. So Lutron, Crestron, Control 4, all of these systems, they are just the tools in your belt. If you lead with the brand name of the hardware, you are just a dealer. But if you lead with the perfect evening mood, you're a lifestyle consultant. Your clients don't care how it works. They have people like you for that. They only care how it makes them feel when they walk through that door after a long day. If you sell the feeling, the price becomes irrelevant. And this is what we want. So we have the authority, we have the positioning, and now we need the engine. So you don't want to, and even you can't manually post and manually message people all day because you have a business to run. So how to do it? Strategy 3 is about building a lead machine that works while you are on a job site or sleeping, and it's about predictable growth. So this map here represents the millions of dollars in data we've collected. It is very simple. I'm showing you this because I want to be 100% transparent. Today, I'm giving you the exact recipe we use for all of these companies, and you guys are all brilliant engineers. You could take this blueprint and build it yourself over the next, 6 months, 12 months, or whatever. Or you can do what most of these firms did. So they let us plug our proven engine into your business, so you can stay focused on the job site. And whether you build it or we do it, this is the system that works. And I will show you exactly how. Every high ticket sale follows this pyramid. AIDA. Attention is the first most important part of it. Everyone is using this. Everyone is scrolling. Either it's doom scrolling, or either you search for something. We are using this device, and in a world of noise, we have to stop their scroll. This is the key. We have to stop their scroll. I will show you in a second how we do it. But if we are able to stop their scroll, we need to get their interest. So we don't talk about us. We solve a specific pain point they have right now. Then we go to desire. We show them the dream life, the magic. And at the end, action. Call to action. This is the key. We don't say buy now. That's too aggressive for a luxury market. We say something like learn more or claim your consultation. So we make the first step low friction and high value. And this is exactly this blueprint here. AIDA is about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok ads. And before I show you exactly how the ads looks like, I want to mention the recent Andromeda update that's been on Meta platforms. And the question is, how do we find the right people to show our ads to? And that's where Facebook, Instagram, Andromeda comes in. This is our exclusive AI layer. Instead of just guessing interests like home automation, location, net worth, whatever, Andromeda analyzes real buyer signals and behaviors, and it looks for people who are actually in the process of building or renovating a home. And this is key here, because targeting audiences that convert faster and more predictably is the key. And Andromeda helps us to do it. And it's better than any manual setting we could ever do. So this is the brain inside the machine. And now let's look at the real world example from Freedom Technologies, an integrator from Naples, Florida. I will show you the ad, how it looks like, and you can see on the right side how it's going to play. We will start with attention, interest, desire, and action. So let me play this ad and let's look how it's done and how it should look like.
Are you building a premium custom home in Naples or planning a major renovation? Picture coming home to a space where everything works together. Lights, temperature, sound, and security. All designed to fit your lifestyle. Total comfort, convenience, and peace of mind. Technology is everywhere these days, but without the right system, it's a mess. Too many switches, remotes, and apps. It shouldn't be your job to figure it all out. A smart home could do the following. Number one, work smoothly in the background. Make your life more comfortable and easy. Save you energy and money if done right. One button, one app, one simple system. From lights and security to climate and sound, everything in your home under control from anywhere. At Freedom Technologies, we bring premium smart home solutions to Naples' most beautiful homes. When you work with us, you'll get the following. A system that connects everything seamlessly. Technology that simplifies your life, not complicates it. Real local support, because we're right here in Naples. Claim your free consultation today. Click below, fill out a quick form, and let us show you how we can make your home smarter, safer, and more efficient.
Cool. How you like it, guys? This is exactly. This is exactly how this AIDA framework works. So first of all, we call out the audience, and we target specifically building a premium home in Naples. And the place that you can see here in this first frames of this video is some popular place in Naples where the TV presenters and everyone is doing transmissions and stuff. So we picked this one to bring attention only of Naples residents, and we are calling them out, asking them if they build a premium home in Naples or making major renovation. And if you are not building in Naples, or you are not building or renovating any home, you ignore this ad. If you are, we have your attention. So if we have your attention, then Facebook Meta basically recognize these patterns. So if people are watching this video and they are claiming this free consultation, Meta is learning these behaviors. And then we can feed Meta with the data on our end if these prospects, if these leads were actually what we are looking for. So if we are doing this consistently and we are feeding Meta with all of this information, it's going to click at some point, and Meta is going to show this ads only to people who we are searching for. But this is the key. We call out the audience, then we talk about the technology mess, 15 apps, 10 remotes that drives people crazy. This is the pain point. So this is interest, then desire, the emotion, we show the comfort, and call to action, claim your free consultation. It's a clear and low friction. And what's happening next, as I told you, Facebook Metas will recognize these patterns, behaviors. So if people are watching this ad to the end and filling out the form, it means that they are our potential clients. And the step 2 is form. So most people just ask for a name and email. We don't. We want to protect your time. So we ask for zip code, square footage, is it a new build or renovation, contact details. Why? Because if someone has a 1,000 square foot condo, they might not be your ideal client. So we filter the tire kickers before they get to your calendar. So you only talk to the clients you want to talk. And when they fill out the form, and we have this tire kickers, and you give this data for us, or you give it directly to Facebook, and then you give other data with big fish, and you tell them, I want more like this, Facebook is going to look at these two personas, avatars, and look at the patterns and behaviors. And then it can only show this to this big fish that we are talking about, that we want to target. Step 3, after they qualify, we don't send an email. We don't send you an email. We send them to a landing page with your calendar. So they book a time that works for you. No back and forth emails. No, let me check my schedule. By the time you get the notification, the meeting is already set. So this is how it should work in a professional organization. And we know life happens. So maybe they got interrupted by a phone call or didn't book the meeting. And most integrators lose that lead forever. We don't, because we follow up via text and email until they schedule a call. It's a polite and professional messages, but we nurture them until they are ready to talk with you. At the end of the day, this is what lands in your inbox. An appointment with a client with the right zip code, who has seen your work and asked to speak with you. And this isn't just a lead to, you have to chase. This is a future project waiting for your expertise. So the question is how much your business would change if you had 5 or 10 of this every single month. Let's get real for a second. I'm not here to sell you a magic pill. In the luxury world, not every lead is a project. So if someone tells you otherwise, they are lying. Our system is a filter, but not every lead is a project. Out of 100 leads, 70 might look good, 30 will be potential clients, 10 will actually sit down for a serious meeting, and out of those, if you close 3 massive projects, that's it. That's how it works. The question here is, if you would trade 97 no's for 300K, 200K contracts. Of course you would. We are doing this for ourselves too, and we often hear no. But then it's all about these 3 yeses that we want to hear. This is the math of success. So we handle the noise, so you can handle these 3 winners. And this is what I hear every day. Chris, my clients are too rich for Facebook or Instagram. I'm sure you had this through this whole presentation in your mind, that ultra high net individuals, they are not on Facebook or Instagram. But look at this image. This is your client. Ultra high net worth individual in his private jet. What is he doing? He's on his phone. He's human, like we are. He checks his feed while waiting for a meeting. He looks at what his friends are posting, and he follows luxury lifestyle brands or his favorite, sports, tennis, whatever. The idea that rich people don't use social media is the most expensive mistake you can make. They are on Facebook and Instagram. They just have a very high bullshit detector. That's why our positioning from strategy 2 is so vital. But even if, and it's a big if, the homeowner isn't scrolling, if these ultra high net individuals aren't scrolling, do you know who is? Their inner circle, their architect, their interior designer, builder. These are the people that the millionaire and billionaire customers trusts. If you aren't visible to the architect, you don't exist to the homeowner. So when we are running ads, we don't just target the buyer. We target the entire ecosystem that surrounds the buyer. And because Meta have all the data, you can do it. And this is how we do it. I will show you another example of an ad that we did for Colorbeam. And they wanted to target architects, designers, and builders. So keep in mind the AIDA framework, and look what we've done here for Colorbeam.
Are you an architect who understands the power of circadian rhythm, low EMF environments, and biophilic design? Do you work on ultra high-end custom homes and luxury hospitality projects where every detail matters? If so, you know that lighting is more than just illumination. It's an essential element of well-being, aesthetics, and unforgettable experiences. At Colorbeam, we provide next-generation lighting solutions designed to enhance the way people experience high-end spaces. Our human-centric lighting delivers tunable, flicker-free dimming to set the perfect ambiance at any time of day. Healthier spaces with reduced EMF exposure and lighting that supports natural circadian rhythms. Seamless integration with smart home and building automation systems. Sustainable, low-voltage technology that's both energy efficient and future-proof. Why partner with Colorbeam? Set yourself apart in the luxury design industry with technology-driven lighting that enhances both form and function. Gain access to expert lighting design and engineering support at no cost to ensure flawless project execution. Join our specifier program and unlock exclusive benefits designed for architects and designers in the high-end residential and hospitality market. Want to learn more? Fill out the form to schedule a call and ask us about our specifier program to discover how Colorbeam can redefine lighting in your projects.
So we created a message specifically for the people your clients trust the most. And we show them that we understand aesthetics and design flow, not just wires and specs. And we started building a digital relationship with the gatekeepers before the project even broke ground. And in this scenario, you might ask, does it work? You tell me. We ran a video at targeting architects, and a top-tier architect saw it after a few weeks and recognized the quality and reached out to Colorbeam. And only that one digital connection turned into a ultra-luxury residential installation. And the total revenue of this one project was 150K just for lighting from one single lead. And once you establish this connection with architect, designer, and if they like you, if they like the quality of your work, they are going to bring more projects for you. So this is what happens when you stop being a marketing ghost and start showing up where the inner circle is looking. And I will show you what Mike said. It's really quick about working with us.
We reached out to Freedom Flow to create more leads. I got to congratulate you guys on how you're going about targeting these leads, because the leads that you guys are generating are exactly that for us. So they've been good conversations. So far, I got to say that we're pleasantly surprised and excited about the number of leads that we're receiving. The results have been fantastic. So I'm encouraging you guys to keep it going. And the more and more leads that you guys create, the more and more opportunity for us.
Yeah, Mike was pleasantly surprised. That's why I'm showing you this, because most of people think that marketing is just waste of money. They've been scammed so many times. But if this is done right, and if this engine and this machine is built right, and we have feedback from your side, and we can implement and optimize and make it work, then we can land new architects, new designers, and new projects. We can establish connections with builders. And now you have a massive advantage because we are here with HTA. So use your HTA status. Here is your action plan for tomorrow or today. Stop hiding your HTA certification in the footer of your website put it in the front and center, mention it in your ads, use the HTA resources to educate architects. And when you combine the HTA's reputation with our lead machine, you aren't just an integrator anymore. You become the only logical choice for their next big project. So I encourage you guys to talk about it, to join HTA Design Partner, because if you show architects and designers that you are not just another integrator, you know, that they will, like, this is funny when I talk with Josh, you know, I feel that the same amount of integrators that's being burned by other marketing agencies, the same amount of architects and builders has been burned by integrators. So you need to show that this time it's going to be different. And if you are HTA certified, you are different than 90% of integrators. So I encourage you guys to start with this one. This is going to be a massive change when you talk to architects and designers. So we are at crossroads today. You've seen the strategies, you've seen the 150K results, and you've seen the engine. And now you have a choice between two paths: the old way, staying on the referral roller coaster, relying on hope, manually chasing leads that might never close, and remaining a marketing ghost while your competitors take the spotlight, versus the freedom flow way, installing a predictable AI-driven engine, a system that works 24/7 to fill your pipeline with potential projects, while you focus on what you do best, delivering world-class technology. So one path leads to burnout, the other leads to a scalable business. The question is, which one are you choosing for 2026? I want to help you take that first step. And because you are a part of this HTA webinar, I'm offering something we rarely do. And this is a free digital positioning audit. So it's not going to be a generic sales call. I will personally look at your website, your social media, and your brand through the eyes of premium client. And I will tell you exactly why you might be losing the projects, these big projects, and how to fix it. But there is a catch. We have 10 people, 10 spots available. So just scan this code right now. Everyone is in. I will leave this QR code here so you can sign up. You can scan and you can sign up and see how we can help your firm. And while you are doing that, let's open the floor. What questions do you have about the strategies we covered and maybe other things? Don't be shy, whether it's AI targeting architects or inner circle, I'm here to answer.
Yeah, I could do that by raising your hand. There's a raise hand option here. Or I could unmute you or throw something in the chat. Chris brings up a good point. I know I've talked to a lot of integrators that have been burned on various lead sources out there. I know House was a thing at one point, but I heard that's kind of scammy. A lot of people spend a lot of money on Google AdWords and it hasn't worked for them. So if there's any questions you have, now's the time to get them answered. Happy to help with that.
How do we get started with AI targeting? So AI targeting is so easy right now with this Andromeda update that you don't need to do anything because Meta is doing everything for you. The key is to create good creatives. You need to create good creatives. Either it's graphics or videos. So I'm doing this for a long time, so it might be so obvious for me, but you can tell me if it makes sense for you. So if it makes sense, if it doesn't make sense, just tell me. But when you are making this video for either it's architects, builders, or premium customers, homeowners, the video needs to be created in a way that it's going to bring attention only of this specific audience. Because if it brings only them to watch this video and fill out the form, Meta is going to recognize it. So the way we are doing this is we are starting with a hook. So within the first 2-3 seconds, we call out the audience. And we are doing this by saying, by calling out the audience by saying, hey, if you are an architect from, San Diego, then watch this video, And if you are not an architect, and if you are not from San Diego, you are not going to watch this. I have another example. I was helping my friend who's a personal trainer to get him more customers through Facebook, and he said to me that his ICP is men 40 plus who wants to get back to shape. So within the first 3 seconds, you say, okay, I'm searching for 10 men 40 plus who wants to get back to shape. So if you are watching this ad and you are not a man and you are not 40 plus, you will just skip this. And if you are getting thousands of views, Facebook will learn that, okay, this must be men 40 plus because they are watching this ad and they are filling out the form. If they fill out the form and they are not 40 plus men, then we tell Facebook, okay, this were not, and this were our ICP. And Facebook and Meta basically will recognize these patterns and behaviors, and with AI, it is going to target your ICP, your ideal client profile. Does it make sense, or Josh, what do you think? Did you understand what was the point?
And Carson, is that what you were getting at? Maybe you could put a yes or no in the chat if that was what you're going on, because maybe that's what you're asking. There's, in the larger digital marketing aspect, you've got SEO, right? We've heard of that term for a long time for your website in general, search engine optimization. And a lot of these things that you're talking about, like you already did talk about that, Chris, at the beginning, right? How your website has to be focused on your ICP, your ideal client profile. So know who you want to get, make your website target those folks, talk about it, write about it. And then the other thing they call AEO, right? You got SEO, search engine optimization, then AEO is answer engine optimization. And oh, here we go. Here's what Carson's talking about. I think so. What I understood is that we don't necessarily need to use a specific ad tool target. We need to create the right contacts. The digital platforms using AI can reel in the right people to view our content. Yeah. And then there's this is something that we're embarking on here at HTA as well, because we're all using AI, right? And you've probably seen and when you enter just generic searches in like Google, you're getting AI summaries now. So maybe that's what you're referring to as well. And
yeah, so Meta, Facebook, Instagram, there is also WhatsApp Messenger and stuff. The total revenue, could you guess, Josh, what was the revenue for 2025 of Meta, Facebook?
Oh man, a couple billion? I don't know, probably a lot, right?
189 billion.
Wow.
189 billion. So Carson, when you think about 189 billion revenue of Facebook in 2025, the app is free. You don't pay for the app. Where is the revenue coming from? It's coming from advertising. So imagine company this size, imagine their AI. It's crazy. It's crazy good. If it wouldn't be, they wouldn't be making 190 billion. So if you do this in the right way, you go to Facebook ads. This is also important because many people, many people think that organic content and boosting their posts will help them and will get them leads. But you need to realize that there is Facebook organic content, and then there is ads manager. So adsmanager.facebook.com. That's the platform for advertising. And if you are doing Facebook ads, it's not going to show up on your profile. It's going to be seen only by the people you are targeting, or in this case, Facebook AI is targeting.
So it's interesting. Yeah, different. And why, for people, here's a question I have. I think you and I talked about this offline before, but just for everyone to know, Chris, is why Meta and Facebook ads versus Google ads?
Why? Okay. I think, Josh, that if you do it in the right way and you have a budget, you should do both. I think most people feel like it doesn't work, or they feel like they've been scammed or whatever, because they would like to spend $500 and they would like to generate 100K project, and that's the reality check you need to do. Like, okay, if it would be so easy, if you would be able just to spend $500 to generate 100 projects, it's a money glitch, So it all depends on how much money you spend, how many leads you generate, and how many conversations you have. But Facebook versus Facebook and Instagram versus Google is different, because Google, you need to search for something. So Google is a search, right? Like homeowners or architects or builders, they need to search for an integrator in their local area, while Facebook and Instagram, we can just pop up on their feed, so they don't need to search us. We can target them, and we can show them that we do have something for them. So what does it mean? It means that with Facebook and Instagram,
demand.
Yeah, with Facebook and Instagram, we can create demand, and that's the difference. With Google, you don't create demand. There needs to be demand. So look at it this way: if you do Facebook and Instagram and you create demand, and people are like, "Oh, nice! There is this integrator in my area, and I'm looking for someone to upgrade my system, or I'm doing renovation. Let's reach out to them." Then they will go to Google, and they will. Some of them they fill out the form. Some of them they will Google you. If they Google you, and you are not advertising on Google, the first 1, 2, 3 searches could be your competitors. So what usually your competitors are doing, they are advertising on your phrases. So let's say, integrator A is doing Facebook and Instagram ads, and integrator B is advertising on Google using the name of the integrator A. So if someone is searching for integrator A, the first search, the first company that pops out on the top is your competitor.
Yeah, I noticed that quite a bit. It's
So yeah, so if you answering if you want like build really this, you know, huge machine and have holistic marketing, you should be doing everything. But this is for huge companies like manufacturers, you know, like Loxon was doing hundreds of millions. They have the budget because it's expensive to do all of this. You know, you have full marketing team, Google experts, Facebook experts, and we figured out that Facebook and Instagram is this low friction entry level for everyone, and it works.
there you go. Yeah, these days it's there's so many different avenues out there, right? So it's kind of like a tiered approach on what you can do and where you spend your budget and what's actually getting leads.
Yeah, that's the key. And with Facebook and Instagram, you can decide how much do you want to put on a daily basis. Like, I want to spend $30 a day. I want to spend 50. I want to spend 100. You can stop any moment, and it's very flexible.
Yeah, different industry, but it's interesting. One of my high school friends who's in the diamond industry, he has a successful diamond business, and his Google, I think his main advertising is Google, but he spends six figures a month to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well over 100 grand, and this was over 10 years ago. He's spending that much, and I asked when I saw him recently if he still spends that more, and it's considerably even more. So it's super competitive, at least for diamonds on there. So the bids get expensive. You know, like the bid price goes up for certain keywords. So
Exactly.
Google makes a lot of money.
I seen a Q&A that someone said I'm mobile and can scan the QR, but interested in the audit, and I don't see the name. There is anonymous attendee.
I don't see any. Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah, there is Q&A section.
Yeah, I see that it's anonymous, so I don't know either. I'm mobile and can't scan the QR, but interested in the audit. Whoever that is, if you're still with us, just you can email me. I'll take a picture of it at jc@HTA certified, or Chris, do you want to give your email address? You could email either of us.
Sure, you can email me, chris@freedomflowmarketing.com, and yeah, I will put it in the chat as well.
Okay, great. And yeah, that way we could get that to you. There you go. It's in the chat. All right. That takes us to the top of our hour. And if there are any, or if anybody have a question, throw it in the chat now or the Q&A now. If not, this will be recorded. If you want to go back and listen to any of this, we'll get that recording will be sent to you so you can kind of go back through those points. And Chris, thank you very much for your time, your expertise. And oh, okay, I know it is. Thank you. I'll be sure to get that over to you or forward it on to Chris. So
yeah, thank you all for your time today, and thank you, Josh. It's been an honor to share these insights with HTA community. And yeah, remember, guys, technology is the heart of your business, but a predictable pipeline is its lifeblood. So let's stop the roller coaster and let's make it flow. I will see you at your audits.
sounds good. See everybody. Have a great day.